Have you ever stopped yourself from speaking up? Because deep down you were afraid of being rejected, afraid of being dismissed, being ignored, or that people just wouldn't care. This is one of the most common blocks in communication, and the truth is that it silently holds back a lot of talented people, back from connecting, back from growing in their career, back from simply feeling confident in everyday conversations. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Hugo Mutel. I am a communication coach and I help people master the #1 high income skill, communication. And today we're talking about fear of rejection, where it comes from, how to reframe it to your advantage, and a powerful exercise you can start today to loosen its grip on you. Because the thing is, this is wired into our psychology. Our brains process social rejection almost the same way it processes physical pain. So no wonder we actually avoid it. But avoiding it doesn't protect us. It keeps us stuck. It keeps us stuck in where we are right now. So let's actually break down what it is and how you can overcome it. Now, fear of rejection usually comes from one of two places, where the first one is past experiences. Maybe you were laughed at in school. Maybe you tried to share something but got instantly shut down. Maybe a friend, a teacher, or a boss dismissed you when you were trying to connect. Your brain remembers that moment, and every time you try to speak up in the future, it will whisper in your ear, "Don't do it. Remember what happened the last time." And the second one is our beliefs about ourselves. We convince ourselves that our contributions need to be impressive or flawless to actually be accepted. So we think, if I'm not perfect, people won't care. If I mess this up, they will think less of me. But the actual truth is that rejection usually says more about the other person than it says about yourself. Now, they might be distracted, they might be stressed, they might be socially anxious themselves. They might just not have the energy to connect in that very moment. And none of that defines your worth. So if rejection really isn't about us, the question stands, how do we stop it from controlling us? And that's where this exercise comes in. Now, one of the most effective exercises, one of the most effective ways that has been proven to reduce the fear of rejection is something called rejection therapy. Now, despite its name, it's not clinical therapy. This is a self-help practice, and here's how it actually works. So you deliberately put yourself in a situation where rejection is more likely, but where the stakes are very low. So it could be asking for a discount at a coffee shop, asking a stranger if you can borrow their phone, or something very silly. Can I get a tour of the staff-only area? The point is not to get a yes. The point is to build tolerance to getting a no. Because when you do this over and over again, something very powerful happens in our brains. So your brain starts to realize that rejection isn't something dangerous. It's uncomfortable, sure, yes. To get a no, it's very uncomfortable, but it doesn't actually define you. And it doesn't have to control you. Now think about it like exposure therapy. The first time you do it, your heart will pound, your hands will sweat, but the more you do it, put yourself in these small rejection situations, the less scary it will feel. And here's what you will discover from this. Most of the time, people are actually nicer than you think. Sometimes you'll hear a no, of course, but more often than not, you'll hear a sure, why not? And that will surprise you. It proves that your fear of rejection is often way bigger than the rejection itself. And once you've practiced this, here are some key reminders that will help you reframe rejection in everyday conversations. Silence or short replies are not rejection. They're often just distractions, low energy, or the other person being in their own head at this very moment. Or the second one, where the only way to reduce the fear of rejection is to prove to yourself that you can handle it. You don't eliminate fear by avoiding it. You eliminate fear by building evidence that you can survive it. And then reframe rejection as redirection. When someone says no or ignores you, it's not a door closing forever. It's a sign pointing you toward better conversation with people that will actually feel more aligned with you, feel more present and more open in that moment to actually talk to you. So just see it as a redirection towards better conversations. So here's the big takeaway. Rejection is not a verdict on your value. Every communicator, no matter how confident they seem, experiences rejection. The difference is that they don't let it define them. They see rejection as feedback, as redirection, as a part of finding the right timing and the right people. So the real skill isn't avoiding rejection, it's moving through it without letting it control you. So that's it. That's the video about how to overcome fear of rejection. Now remember, this will not happen overnight. What you have to do is practice this every single day. So now, if you buy coffee in the morning, start asking for a discount. Or if you go somewhere, start asking people for something unusual that normally would result in a no. And eventually, the fear of rejection will stop having that massive grip on you. If this resonated, hit subscribe. I share new videos like this every single week to help you improve your communication skills and become more confident in everyday situations. And if you want to take this a step further, I have just started my own community to help you kickstart that journey on becoming a powerful communicator. You can see that in the link down below. See you in the next video. Bye bye.